Hello students, in this video we are going to study the remaining exercise for chapter number 5. The chapter name is Wonderful World of Bholu, class 5, subject EVS, GCERT. So before starting that, let me recall what we had seen in the previous videos of this chapter. So in the chapter we had seen that one boy is there whose name was Bholu, and he went for a walk by a pond side, and on his way he met with different animals and he came to know about the diversity in the habitat of these different animals. So on his way he first met with one fish whose name is Mintu fish. So after meeting Mintu fish, he came to know about the aquatic animals. So the animals who lives in water for most or all of its lifetime are known as the aquatic animals. Like starfish, octopus, whales, etc. are the aquatic animals. Then after he moved forward and he met with one squirrel whose name is Chinchi squirrel. So after meeting this squirrel, he came to know about the terrestrial and arboreal animals. So the animals who can live on land are known as the terrestrial animals. And in this also one category is there, that is arboreal animals. So the arboreal animals are creatures or animals who spend the majority of their lives in or on the tree. So these kind of animals are known as arboreal animals. Like sloths, chameleons, monkeys, etc. are the arboreal animals. After meeting this squirrel, he moved forward and he met with one tortoise whose name was Dugmug tortoise. After meeting this tortoise, he came to know about the amphibian animals. And he came to know that the animals which can live on land or in water, and also the animals who breathe with gills when they are young and with lungs as they grow as an adults. So these kind of animals are known as the amphibian animals. Like frog, duck, crab, these are the examples of amphibian animals. After that he moved forward and he met with one pigeon, Kitu pigeon. So after meeting this pigeon, he came to know about that avian animals. The animals that have ability to fly are known as the avian animals. The birds are the examples of this kind of avian animals. Like crow, pigeon, sparrow, these are the examples of avian animals. Then after he met with one elephant or Hathi Dada, and this elephant explained him about this diversity in animals according to their habitat. And according to their habitat, they adapt themselves according to their environment. And then we classified the animals into the 4 categories, that is terrestrial animals, aquatic animals, avian animals and amphibian animals. Then we had classified the different things or objects which are useful in our daily life on the basis of what is the source for that objects or things. Whether we are getting that things from the plants or from the animals, we classified the different objects. Then after we had seen the importance of plants and animals. What is the importance of these plants and animals, and how we can conserve these plants or animals, what we can do for them. And then after we had seen some different new terms like sanctuaries, zoo or nursery. And then after we had seen some activities, in that we had seen one puppet show and the impression. In the last activity you had made the impression of leaf of plant of your choice in your textbook. So these are the things we had seen in the chapter. Then after we had started the exercise in the notebook, So in the notebook, first you had written the hard words. Then after, the first question was fill in the blanks. Second question we had seen, that is true or false. Third question we had seen, that is choose the correct option. And the question number 4 we had seen, that is classification according to the things which are obtained from plants and the things which are obtained from animals. So these are the things we had seen till now, and you have to write up to this question 4 in your notebook that was given in your homework. So now in this video we will continue with the remaining exercise. So here let me start with the question number 5. So here the question number 5 is given to you. Answer the following questions. These are the short question answers, can be asked into 1 marks. The first question in that is, milk of which animals is used as food? We are using the milk of which animal as the food? So here the answer is given to you, that milk of cow, goat and buffalo is used as food. These milk of these animals we are using as the food. Other than this, we are also taking the milk of camel, donkey, etc. So this animal gives us milk. The next question number 2 is, which animals are used to lift heavy loads? To lift or to transfer or to carry the heavy loads, we are using which animals? So the animals like ox, horse, camel, donkey and elephant are used to lift and transport heavy loads from one place to another place. We are using these animals, that is horse, ox, camel, donkey and elephant to carry or to lift and to transport the loads from one place to another place. So this is your answer. Next is third number. Which different things are made of wool? Which different things are made of wool, or the things we are using which is made up of wool? So the answer is sweater, shawl and muffler etc. are made of wool. We are using these items which is made up of wool, that is sweater, shawl and muffler. Next, fourth number. Name some articles made from leather. Now the items which we are using which is made up of leather. So the footwear, belts, bags, wallets etc. are made from leather. These are some of the examples of the things which is made up of leather. Next is fifth number. How are the following animals useful to us? How these animals are useful to us? The name of the animals are given to you, that is dog, sheep, honeybee and earthworm. How these animals are useful to us? So here it is given to you. The first one is dog. So dog guards our house. This is how he helps us. It guards our houses. Next is sheep. So sheep gives us wool. And from this wool we are making different items or different objects. Next is honeybee. So honeybee gives us honey. Then after, next one is earthworm. So earthworm makes agricultural land fertile and soft. By going up and down, the earthworms make the land fertile, so that this kind of land the plants can grow easily, and it makes also the soil soft. So that's why these earthworms are also known as the friends of farmers. So how this is the given here the answer, that how these animals are helpful to us. Next, sixth number. The wood of which tree is used for making furniture? The answer is the wood of trees like mango, neem, sag, sesame, devdar etc. are used in making the furnitures, or this kind of wood of these trees are used to make the furnitures, that is mango, neem, sag, sesame and devdar. The next one, seventh number. Name the plants used for making medicines. from which plants we can make medicines, or we are using these plants as the medicines. So the plants like basil, neem, malabar nut, etc. used for making medicines. You can also write tulsi also. So these plants are used to make medicines, or we are using these plants as the medicines, different parts of the plants as the medicines. That is tulsi, basil, neem, malabar nut, etc. Next, 8th number. What must we eat in food? We are eating what in the food? So the answer is we must eat, or what we have to eat in the food. So we must have to eat cereals like wheat, millet and rice, pulses like pigeon pea, gram, green gram and Bengal gram, vegetables like brinjal, lady's finger, potato, and fruits like apple, banana and papaya in the food. So these all things we have to eat in the food, that is cereals, pulses, vegetables and fruits. In the cereals we can eat wheat, millet, rice. In the pulses we can eat pigeon pea, green gram, Bengal gram. In the vegetables we can eat brinjal, lady's finger, potato, and the fruits we have to eat like apple, banana, papaya, etc. we have to eat in our food, or we have to include these items in our food. Next, 9th number. In which saplings have you sown in the school? Which sapling you have sown in the school? You can write your answer by your own self. In our schools, we have planted saplings like basil, rose, tulsi, lily, etc. and the saplings of trees like mango tree, neem tree, asopalo tree, etc. So in our school, we planted the saplings of basil, rose, tulsi, lily. Other than this, we also planted the saplings of mango tree, neem tree and asopalo tree. The next one, 10th number. What is to be done to sow the sapling? To sow sapling, what we have to do? So for sowing the sapling of trees and plants, first of all we have to choose the appropriate place and then dig peat over there. First of all, we have to select the soil or place at where this plant can be grow. So we have to select appropriate place, and then after at that place we have to dig the peat. The next step in that is, if the sapling come in a plastic bag, then we will remove the plastic bag and then plant the sapling in the prepared pits. If the sapling is in the plastic bag, then we have to remove that plastic bag so that the sapling can grow, or the plant can grow properly, and then after we have to plant that sapling in the pit which we have earlier prepared. And then after fill the pit with mud, and now we will water the plants regularly and also add manure at definite intervals. And after planting that sapling, we have to fill the pit with the mud or soil, and then we have to water the plant regularly, and after some interval of times we have to also add the manure to that sapling so it can grow faster and it can get all the nutrients. The manure is the organic substance or organic matter which we can prepare from the dead or decay or waste matters of vegetables, then animal excreta. Like from these items we can prepare the manure. The next one, 11th number. Which animals are kept in the zoo? So the different types of animals and birds are kept in the zoo, like wild animals like wolf, nilgai, tiger, lion, panther, deer, sloth, bear, fox, monkeys, etc. And also in some of the zoo, the aquatic animals are also there, like fish, turtle, crocodile, sea, water snakes, hippopotamus, etc. are kept there. So these kind of various animals are there or are kept in the zoo. It could be either wild animals or aquatic animals like tiger, lion, panther, wolf, nilgai, deer, sloth, bear, fox, monkeys, and other than that, the fishes can be also there. Then after turtle, crocodiles, seal, water snakes, hippopotamus can also be kept in the zoo. So here our question number 5, answer the following gets over. Now next is question number 6. Define the following. In that first one is sanctuary. We have to define this term sanctuary. So the sanctuary is the place in which the wild animals can roam freely without any fear. This is a such kind of place where the wild animals can move here and there without any fear, or they can roam freely. They breed over there and hence their numbers increases. They are breed over there, they give the birth to the young ones, so their number can be increased in the sanctuaries, and there are certain rules followed in a sanctuary due to which this is possible. And to make this possible, there are certain rules that everyone has to follow. So this is the sanctuary, a place where wild animal can freely move here and there. Next is zoo. So at times various animals are kept in a place where the conditions are made appropriate for the animals to live and breed. The place where the animals can live and breed, and there they can live safely and their numbers can also increases. These animals are exhibited for the people or the public, and this place is called zoo. In this you can visit these kind of places, that means you can visit zoo. These animals can exhibited or can show the people, and so that's why this place is known as the zoo. And here the animals can live safely, they can live and they can breed. Whereas in the sanctuary, the people cannot visit that places all the times, and in the zoo people can visit these places. So this is difference between sanctuary and zoo. Next is third number, nursery. So nursery is a place where different plants are prepared by either growing them from seeds or by other scientific techniques from the already existing plants. In the nursery, the different kinds of plants are prepared by growing them, and in this the people are using from the seeds, directly seeds, or they can also adapt the different scientific techniques in which they are growing the plants from the existing plants. And from here, after growing this plant, the different plants are given to this organization either free on government grant or at a very low price. The government give the grant to buy these plants to the different organization. So these plants are given to be different organization on the government grant, or if anyone want to buy these plants, then it is given at the very low price. And this organization then plant this in the many location and take care of them. Then after this organization plant these saplings or these young plants at different location, and they look after these plants. So this is nursery, a place where different plants are prepared. So these are the question number 6 definitions of different terms, that is sanctuary, zoo or nursery. Here our question number 6 gets over. Next is question number 7. The question number 7 is answer the following questions in detail. In that first one is explain the importance of plants. What is the importance of plants? So the importance of plants in that first one is trees gives us shade. Trees gives us shade. It gives us shelter. Next one is trees keep the atmosphere cool. It keeps the atmosphere cool. If the more trees are there, then the atmosphere will be cool. Next is trees are helpful in bringing rain. trees bring the rain. Next one is they stop soil erosion. Erosion of the soil, trees stops the soil erosion. The roots of these trees hold the soil particles, so with the rain the upper layer of the soil should not vanish. So this is how they are stopping the soil erosion. Next is they give us fresh air. As they releases oxygen, so they gives us fresh air. Next important is they limit the desert. They reduces or they limited the desert areas. Next is they give us wood for fuel and furniture. As we had discussed, they give the wood and different kinds of trees, that is mango tree, neem tree, sag, devdar. So this kind of trees gives us wood from which we are making furniture, and some of the people are also using this wood as the fuel. Next is they give us medicines. The trees like basil, tulsi, we are using this kind of trees as the medicines. So it is also one use of these trees. Next is plants gives us food, grains, pulses, vegetables, spices and fruits. Plants gives us this much thing, that is food to eat. In that we are taking grains, pulses, vegetables, spices and fruits from the trees. Next is plants gives us fragrant and colorful flowers that increase the beauty of our surroundings. And at the end they give us flowers which is colorful, so because of that our surrounding environment become more beautiful. So this is the importance of the trees, that they give us shelter or shade, they make the atmosphere cool, they help in bringing the rain, they stop the soil erosion, they give us fresh air, they limit the desert area, it gives us wood for the fuel and furniture, and also it gives the medicines, they give us food, in that we are getting the grains, pulses and vegetables, spices and fruits from the trees, and also they give us fragrant and colorful flowers. Next question is, explain the importance of animals. What is the importance of animals? So the importance of animals, the first one in that is animals like cow, buffalo and goat give us milk. This kind of animals give us milk, so this is how they are helpful to us. Next is animals like ox, horse, donkey and camel are used to carry heavy loads and human from one place to another place. The people are using these animals for the purpose of transportation or to carry the heavy loads. The animals like ox, horse, donkey and camels are used. Next use of these animals or importance of animals is, animals like ox and buffalo are useful in agriculture. In agriculture, the farmers using these animals like ox and buffalo in their farms. Next is animals like camel and horse are used for riding and going from one place to another place. We are enjoying the ride of these animals, that is camel and horse. And also people are using this animal to going from the one place to another place. Now as the invention with the vehicles, this is reduced, but in the earlier time people were using these animals for going or for the transportation purpose, for going one place to another place. Next is dog looks after our houses or it guards our houses. Next is manure is made from the waste of the animals. From the waste of the animals like cow dung, from this we are making the manure, which is the organic substance or the organic matter which we are using as the manure for the proper growth of the plants. And because of the manure, plant can get all the nutrients and soil can be fertile. So this is how also animals are helpful to us. Next is sheep give us wool, and from this wool we are making different clothes The next one is earthworm and snakes are helpful in farming. So as earlier we had discussed, so that's why they are known as the friends of farmers, as they are useful or helpful in the farming. Snake eats the rat which is harmful for the crop, and the earthworm make the soil soft and fertile. So this is how these animals are useful to us and importance of the animals. Next question is question number 3. What will you do for the conservation and breeding of animals, birds and plants? What we can do to save or to raise properly the animals, birds and plants. So for the conservation and breeding of animals, birds and plants, what we can do. So here the first one point is plant trees near our houses and school. We can plant trees to near our house or our school to conserve the plants. Then after, erect fence near plants and supply them with water and manure. To conserve this plant or to save this plant, we can erect or we can make the fence around the plants, and we can supply the water at the regular interval of time, and we can also give them the manure. Next one is take precautions that nobody plucks the flowers or leaves of the plants. We should not pluck the flowers or leaves of the plants, and also we have to stop the others from doing this. Next one is arrange water tanks for drinking water for animals. For the animals, we can arrange the water tanks for the drinking purpose. Next is we will spread food grains at places where birds regularly come. The place where the birds are coming regularly, so at that place we can spread the food grains for these birds. Next is we will give fodder to cow and other animals in my locality. In locality, that means surrounding area. In our area we can give the fodder or the food items which cow and other animals can eat. Next is we will offer milk to cats and other small animals in my locality. In our area, if we found the animals like cat and other animals, then also we can give them the food items, like if the cat is there, then we can give them milk. So these are the things we can do for the conservation and breeding of animals, birds and plants. And we can also make the other people also to conserve and to save these natural resources. So here our this chapter number 5, Wonderful World of Bholu, gets over. This all exercise question from question number 5 to question number 7, that is question number 5, 6 and 7, you have to write in your notebook. That is your today's homework. In the next video we will see our next chapter. Thank you.